Super Mario Galaxy 3, Pokemon Legends Johto, Tomodachi Life 2, Zelda Ocarina of Time Director's Cut. There are so many incredible games that I would love to see on the Nintendo Switch 2. So here are my dream games. Today's video is all about dream games that I would love to appear on the Nintendo Switch 2 or the Pro or the Super Switch, whatever they call the next big Nintendo console. Before any of you come at me in the comments like, "Nintendo would never make that game, you are stupid." This is a dream list of games that I hope would appear on a Nintendo console in the future. Some are probably more likely than others, some are probably very impossible, but one can dream, right? So let's go to sleep and dream. Let's start with the game I've been mentioning in videos for forever now, Tomodachi Life 2. Where on earth is our fix of weird me goodness, Nintendo? Tomodachi Life was one of the quirkiest, utterly bizarre and wonderful gems on the 3DS. It seems odd that Nintendo wouldn't revisit the concept and expand on it on the Switch. A sequel for the Nintendo Switch 2 could add all sorts of new locations, accessories, scenarios, and even some possible online functionality, or even a shared space for your Miis to go and visit. Removing the limited dating and gender options from the original game would be a great thing to have in a sequel. Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon! It wouldn't be a new Nintendo console without a hearty helping of monster catching goodness. We all know that deep behind closed doors, Game Freak is beavering away at creating a whole new generation of Pokemon, Gen 10. However, it would be great to have little spin-off tales to give the team a little longer to do their magic. A Legends game for Nintendo Switch 2 based on Johto would be the perfect way to revisit the Pokemon region and keep things fresh as well. Exploring a familiar world but from an ancient perspective and even weaving in a little bit of Kanto lore would be amazing. With the lack of GameCube remasters on the Nintendo Switch, could the next console get a heap of GameCube remakes and remasters as well? With Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, the team's incredibly ambitious dream to have every single character became an incredible reality. So how can we surpass that? Whilst building something completely new, a way to get that fix in the meantime would be a stunning HD remaster of the GameCube classic Super Smash Bros. Melee. Upgraded visuals, that much loved adventure mode, and the classic speedy combat could make a great port to have on the Switch 2. We've had Nintendo Switch Sports, so how about Nintendo Extreme Sports? Franchises like Excitebike, Wave Race, 1080 Snowboarding were all a bit neglected on the Nintendo Switch, and these classics are ones that fans have been craving for years. These might not have enough pulling power on their own, so perhaps bundling them into one meaty extreme sports game could be a great way and an exciting way to bring them back on Nintendo Switch 2. A dream game that's highly unlikely for any console, let alone the Nintendo Switch 2, is a return to Diddy Kong Racing. Whenever we talk about classic games, there's always one that comes up. The master of kart racing in design, control, and just the sheer volume of content. Impressive for the Nintendo 64 days and still impressive years later. Having a sequel with that great adventure mode, multiple vehicles, and even those quirky rare characters would be the dream game. Or even just a stunning HD remaster. It wouldn't be a new Nintendo console without some Zelda content, right? The Nintendo Switch 2 has a tough time ahead, with its predecessors having two incredible 3D Zelda games. One pair of classics that need a remake are Zelda Oracle of Seasons and Ages. These two Game Boy Gear gems would be amazing to bring back, especially in the adorable Link's Awakening chibi style. Nintendo could really use that same visual style and game engine for another charming 2D Zelda adventure. And speaking of 2D classics that deserve a remake, how about Chrono Trigger? The SNES RPG is still one of the best of all time, with incredible characters, music, and one timeless story. It's a difficult one to consider for a remake given how much love there is for the original. Square Enix has done a great job with pseudo 3D games like Octopath Traveler. It could be a great kind of art style to preserve that classic Chrono Trigger look whilst doing something new. Throwing in those reworked anime scenes for a great reimagining on Nintendo Switch 2. Super Mario Galaxy is another series that I talk about often. I absolutely adore the series on the old Nintendo Wii. It's been years since Nintendo took the plumber to the deepest regions of space, so perhaps it could be the right time to revisit. That said, Nintendo rarely revisits a similar theme, well, apart from the new Super Mario Bros. Series, so it's probably unlikely. That said, we can always dream, right? With the more upgraded tech for the Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo could really use a 3D Mario game like Super Mario Galaxy 3 to showcase some of the wacky game design and ideas, and of course, the striking visuals. Another Zelda game that everyone always talks about is, of course, you've guessed it, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This Nintendo 64 classic does deserve a remake, or even just a total reimagining with the more current hardware. Perhaps even a director's cut with additional story to tie into Tears of the Kingdom and other recent adventures, plus introduce cut content and dungeons from the original game. Nintendo could give this project to Grezzo, who worked on the 3DS version, whilst they work on a brand new Zelda separately. It could be the perfect launch title and way to get Zelda content in for the Switch 2. 3D Donkey Kong? Anyone? There's been so much anticipation for new Donkey Kong content on the Nintendo Switch. 2D Donkey Kong, 3D Donkey Kong, anything. However, the simian has been left to one side, sadly, this generation. Could the Nintendo Switch 2 finally have a chance to have the Kong shine? It's about time we finally get a second 3D Donkey Kong game, a bit like Donkey Kong 64. However, a Donkey Kong game that's still side-scrolling and feels a little bit like Super Mario 3D Land could be a great hybrid approach. Another neglected franchise when it comes to Nintendo Switch surely has to be Star Fox, an epic, striking space adventure that would be absolutely perfect to showcase the visual power for the Nintendo Switch 2. Can you imagine a stunning brand new Star Fox adventure on modern hardware? Throw in multiple routes, playable characters, online multiplayer for one incredible Star Fox experience that we've been waiting for a long time, Nintendo. Roll up! It wouldn't be a new Nintendo console without a Mario Party game. Mario Party Superstars was such a fun surprise when it came out. Classic boards, classic minigames, the perfect treat for fans. It's a shame it didn't quite get any follow-up content or DLC. So with that, a brand new game or expanded DLC for Nintendo Switch 2 would be a great way to keep the classic party fun alive. Okay. The last one, the big one. Mario Kart X. It's been rumoured now for months now that Nintendo could be skipping Mario Kart 9, with Tour being classed as the official 9th title in the series. So how about Mario Kart 10 or Mario Kart X? So going on to Mario Kart X or 10, how can Nintendo possibly top the mammoth Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with so many tracks? How can the new Mario Kart feel fresh? By introducing perhaps crossover characters and stages, a bit like Link and Villager from Mario Kart 8, it could almost become a Nintendo Kart experience. Still call it Mario Kart on paper, but throw in Star Fox, Metroid, F-Zero, Kirby, all the favourites, a true celebration of Nintendo in the series, and, of course, a great system seller for the Nintendo Switch 2. So there we go, 13 dream games that I hope would appear on the next big Nintendo console, the Nintendo Switch 2, the Pro, the Super Switch, whatever they call it. I'm sure there'll be some incredible games. Let me know in the comments what games you would love to see on the next big Nintendo console. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, maybe, you may want to hit the subscribe button. And before you move on to the next video, be sure to check out our exclusive merch, geeky and gaming designs voted for by you. The links are below. Thank you so much for your support. And there we go, loads of big Nintendo games I'm sure are coming up. Once Nintendo actually announce a new console, we'll move on to more predictions, more likely games. But today, we dream. And thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.